Welcome back to my YouTube. My name is Tay or TayOnTech on social media if you're new here. I just want to thank you guys for all the love and support that you showed from my previous video. Pretty much me talking about is college a scam. Got really great feedback from that, and if you have not watched it, you can watch it below. I put it somewhere so you guys can see it. For today's video, if you follow me on social media, you will see that I put a poll out asking everyone would they rather for me to talk about how to get into cybersecurity or but the three major keys of being successful. And my followers, I guess you can call me a tech influencer for the most part. So everyone on my social media was saying, talk about how to get into cybersecurity. So normally when you ask your followers or you ask social media to do something and they vote one thing, you do that particular thing, but I'm gonna do the opposite. So I'm going to talk about the three major keys of being successful. But if you would like for me to create the video on how to get into cybersecurity, give it to 100 likes, let's just say by the end of the middle of next week, or by the end by the middle of next week, and I'll drop the video for you guys. But yeah, so before I get started into this video, I just want to say a couple of things. Click the link in my bio to get 4 free stocks from Webull with a deposit of $100 more within your account. Personally, I like to be upfront about these things, so with you using my referral link, I'll also receive 4 stocks. So help me help you, let's get this money. Also, once you sign up for the account, you're also eligible to get a referral link, which you can share with your friends, family, and social media. And once they use your link to get stock, you also get free stock. Ever wanted to learn how to invest or become a savvy investor but had no idea where to start? Invest for Everyone is an online platform with over 100 videos teaching you everything you need to know about stock, cryptocurrencies, and precious metals, as well as teaching you risk management and how to build wealth the laziest way possible. If this sounds like something that interests you, click the link in my bio. Back to what I was talking about. So let's talk about these major keys, the 3 major keys to help you become successful. And I know normally when you see someone in a really nice car or someone that has a really nice house, the first thing you're thinking in your head is, dang man, like what do they do? Like what do they do for work? Like, do they have a business? Do they have a job? Like, what exactly is it that you do for a living?
Love the car. What do you do for a living?
I'm just child of God, man.
Just child of God?
Child of God.
For you to afford these houses, these cars, these watches, whatever the case may be. And after you ask them that question, you follow up and say, so, like, how did you get there? And you're probably going to get hard work and consistency. That's most likely what you're going to get. But I'm here to tell you that is true. That is 100% true. But let's start on, actually we're going to start on that one. We're going to start on hard work and consistency first, because that's typically the question that the answer that you're going to get for your question every time. So hard work and consistency. Let's face it. We in the year 2021, most of us are millennials that's probably watching this video. 9 times out of 10 we're millennials or Generation Z, Gen Z, whatever the case may be. We're lazy. We're spoon fed. We had everything the easy way. We didn't have it as rough as back then, which is not, me, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna say I'm lazy. I work smart. So that's what it is. I work smart. But the thing is, we're not used to like getting out of our comfort zone. We're not used to being consistent with something. Like every time something don't work for us, we want to go and jump to the next thing, or we see something. It's like we have like ADHD to the new shiny thing. Like now everyone want to be this great e-commerce guru. You're doing that one day. Now you're doing Forex one day. Now you're a crypto trader one day. Now you're a stocks trader one day. Now you're doing real estate. Now you're doing this. Now you're trying to you're trying to touch everything that glitters. Stop. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing all of those things, but if you're actually trying to be serious and and that's the thing with people nowadays. Like, they'll probably be doing something for a month, create a course, doing this for 2 months, create a course. You can't, like, you're not establishing yourself as a brand. You're not establishing yourself as someone who is reliable and knowledgeable of these different things, because you're always jumping from ship to ship to ship, following the trend. Like, right now, crypto is really big right now, and it's a lot of people coming out of nowhere. Oh, they're crypto traders, they're crypto this. I'm like, bro, like, you was not talking about none of this last year. But anyways, that's besides the point. Like, and I'm guilty of this as well too. I know last year I was definitely jumping ship to everything that glitters and everything like that. Like, there's the quickest way to fail a business, or whatever the case may be. It's really easy to fail like that, because you're just really trying to jump ship and not actually stay consistent. If you can stay, like, my thing is, if you're in something right now, do it for like a year and just grind it out. Whatever problems you have, grind it out. Whatever comes up, grind it out. Like, just stop jumping ship every time something get hard. That's not the way to do it. And like, once you make those mistakes, that's how you level up and get to the next level. You come across this very difficult situation and you had to find a solution to it. Now you know not to make that mistake again. And that also comes from learning from your mistakes. Like, consistency and hard work, bro, it's so much that come out of those two things. And our generation just don't believe in it. Like, don't get me wrong, and I'm in this generation as well too. And I say generation, I'm just talking about the average person. I'm not talking about all of y'all, because I don't need y'all in the comments talking about, well, I'm not lazy, I'm not. But you get what I'm saying. Everyone wants everything handed to them. Everyone thinks there's a get quick rich scheme or something. Flash news, there's not. And that's another reason why I kind of stopped doing, like, or I'm not gonna say stop, but that's why I don't really do mentorships or anything like that, because most people, like, when I get thousands, I'm not gonna say thousands, hundreds of DMs and personal messages every day. Hey, can you mentor me? Hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do that? But my ideal of a mentor and their ideal of a mentor is two completely different things. Most of the time, people on social media, like, if they see someone like in a successful state, or they see them really successful, hey, can you be my mentor? And sometimes I ask them, like, what is your ideal of a mentor? And no one can ever really answer, but allow me to answer. This is what people think when they hear mentor. First off, they think you're finna hold their hand the entire way. They think you're finna guide and teach them, or not teach them, but tell them everything to do every little second, and that's not the case. Like, if like a mentor in my thing is basically kind of guide you. Like, you pretty much already kind of like have that laser focused mindset, and you may just need like a little nudge, just maybe like an obstacle that you need to cross or something. It's just like a little guidance. It's not me holding your hand saying, hey, come on, we're finna go here, we're finna go do this. No, that's not a mentor. Like, you want a babysitter. That's what a lot of people are. That's what they want. But me personally, I'm not doing it. So that's why I don't really answer a lot of those DMs. But the next thing, and this is important. This may be the most important key, in my opinion. This is definitely the most important key. Shifting your mindset. If you follow me on social media, you can definitely see a lot of like the hate comments I get sometimes. It's not as bad now, or well, I just don't reply to like some of those comments. But a lot of people have poverty mindsets. And again, I like to tell people this all the time. I don't come from money. No one in my family ever had money. I come from a single family household. My mom worked 2 jobs. By far, I was not raised with money at all. But what I was allowed to do, I was able to shift my mindset. And that is so important. Like, people have this mindset to where they feel like they can't do anything, like, or not do anything. They feel like nothing is enhanced reach to them. They don't feel like things are possible for them. They feel like because they was in a single family household, they didn't come from money, they didn't have all these great things growing up, that they're not able to do this now, or they're not able to become successful. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people have been able to do that, like, you know, use their poverty experience to actually make something of themselves. But then there are other people who just can't really have, they don't have the switch, just turn it on. And, you know, and it's some people just can't do that. But like, start being like optimistic about things, like start being positive about things. Like, I know for me, one thing that I did that just really kind of shifted my mindset, and don't get me wrong, before I say this, y'all do not bash me, do not counsel me. I know he's not shit, I get it. But Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, or whatever, however you say his name, that book really shifted my mindset. And I know we don't support him, we don't at all. So if you want to, never, anyways, so we don't support him, but that particular book right there, it is really good. Like, and the thing about the book, it doesn't really tell you anything that you don't know already. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. It just changed your perspective about a lot of different things. Like, it really changed my perspective about money forever. Like, once I read that book, and my mindset completely changed how I looked at money. And that's when I really started making the most amount of money, once I changed my mindset of money. And don't get me wrong, like, a lot of us, you know, we really hoard money. Once we start getting a little bit of money, like say for instance, if you come from not having money whatsoever, and you're scared shitless to invest your money because you feel like you're going to lose it, and you're going to go back to that position or that spot that you was once were at when you were younger. If you keep having that mindset, then you're never going to really get anywhere, because you have to take risks. Like, there's a risk, there's a calculated risk in everything you do. You take a risk every day you get in the car and drive. You take a risk every day you're going to go walk and go across the street. You're taking a risk every day you eat something. Like, you're always taking a risk. Like, it's the same thing with investing. You're taking a calculated risk. Like, yes, there's probability that you're going to get in a car wreck, but you still go drive, right? It's the same thing with investing. There's a chance that you may lose money, but guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to live again, especially if you don't have kids. If you don't have kids, you have no responsibilities, investing should definitely be your top priority, because at this point, you have nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. You have no responsibility. Like, just make sure you can pay your bills. That's all I say. Don't invest to the point where you can't pay your bills. But that's besides the point. Back to shifting your mindset. But yeah, like, just really start saying you can do it. Like, for me, journaling was a big thing for me. That was really like the start of me. That was the second portion of me shifting my mindset. Like, I'm going on I think my fourth journal. I have this journal. I write all my business ideas and just daily thoughts. Sometimes it's not even really about anything. I just like, hey, I just had a great thought. Let me write it down, where the case may be. And this journal right here, this is my baby. Got it from Amazon for like $13. I just love it. Whatever, I don't know. But yeah, for this journal right here, I write down my morning affirmations or my morning goals, and at night I write down like things I accomplished and like, hey, you know, how do you feel today, and things like that. So in the morning, my goals are, I write, first off, I come up with my daily goals. So what do you want to accomplish today? Do you plan on working out for like 30 minutes to an hour? Do you want to make a certain amount of money today? How you do that? What checklists are you going to do today? What are you going to get done for work? What are you going to do today? And I write that down. Then I also, how can you make someone else's day better today? No matter what it is, can you make someone smile? Can you give some knowledge to someone that's going to help them change their lives, or not even just change their life, just pretty much help them in whatever they want to do? Like, I aspire to at least help 3 people a day. And there's nothing really like, that I gain from or anything like that, but that's just a part of my goals. I want to be able to help someone in some type of way every day. And also, how can I become a better man? And this is when I'm like brutally honest with myself. Like, I know I have flaws, and I know where my flaws are, and I write them every day in this journal, and I say, hey, these are my flaws, or these are the flaws that people have picked up, or people have said I've had, and I've started to notice for myself as well, or I notice I have these flaws. What can I do to fix those flaws? And that's the thing, like, a lot of us, we tend to lie to ourselves about our flaws and what we don't, the things that we feel like we are good at or not good at, or this false imaginary fairy tale picture of you have yourself or how you think you are and you're really not. And people not really self-aware or aware of how they really are. But I feel like, me personally, I am, because I sit there every day and I face myself and I be like, hey, this is a problem I feel like I have, this is a flaw I have, how are you going to fix it? And I write down steps. I write down, like, okay, this is how I plan on doing it, this is how I fix it. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I do catch myself going back into like a flaw that I have, or probably doing something that I normally would not do, and I have to catch myself and say, hey, like, you kind of drift away from that, don't do it again. All right, cool. I go in my journal at nighttime, and I pretty much kind of write out how my day was. I write out my thoughts. I write out how I feel. Today, this is what I did to become a better man. I still feel like I need to work here. I need to do this and things like that. But journaling most definitely is a big portion of like shifting your mindset and things like that. And actually writing down goals and finish them out. So for me, I write my goals like 3 to 5 years at a time. And so within those 3 to 5 years, I break down each goal into a year. So in this year, I want to complete this, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then I break down those goals into months, and then I break those months down into weeks. So I have many goals that pretty much help me lead up to the bigger goals that I want to do in life. And people don't realize you actually have to write these things down. You have to actually vision these things. You actually have to do it. Because if you're constantly reading them, you're constantly doing them, you affirming that this is going to happen in your life. And that's what I don't think people have really, like, they don't understand, like, manifestation of things, or of manifesting things. Like, it is really true. I can 100% truly say manifestation is true. There's been so many times I've been saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and sometimes I swear I really just be talking out the side of my neck, but I keep saying it and it happens. Like, I have been talking about buying my McLaren for 2 years. Like, I'm gonna see if I can pull up the tweets or the case may be. I have been talking about that car for 2 years, and then I finally was able to afford it and I got it. Like people on social media, people on Twitter, like, this year was like the most I've talked about it this year. I was literally saying, I'm gonna get this McLaren, I'm gonna get this McLaren, I'm gonna get this McLaren, I'm gonna get, like, I just always talked about it. I was able to get it. Cause like, you know what I mean? A little bit of hard work, consistency in what I was doing. But that's just another thing of shifting your mindset. You got to keep telling yourself that you can do it, and you're going to do it. And here's my third key. And I know this key right here, people get told this all the time. And when people get told this, they're just like, whatever. They don't really think nothing of it. And it may be like one of the most cliche sayings, but it holds the most truth. Investing in yourself. Like, I get people ask me this all the time on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. They're like, hey, I have $1,000, I have $500, I have $600. What can I do with this money to make more money? And I literally tell them all the times, invest in yourself. And when I tell them that, they're like, what? I gotta break it down to them, and this is how I break it down to them every time. I actually have it saved in like an auto reply message whenever someone asks me, like, what do you mean by invest in yourself? Investing in yourself it basically means yourself. It's pretty much making yourself a hot commodity. And how do you do that? You do that by investing in your knowledge. Read books. Like, an example, I read, and this is not even all my books. I have more books over in my I guess, a different part of my house or my apartment. Have more books over there, and I read books all the time. And people, like, they're just saying, if you want to hide something from them, you put it in a book. and it's really true. Like, it's a lot of great knowledge in books, and and I've never been a book reader. Like me personally, if you know me, I don't read books. And so when I finally got into books that I really like. I really love finance books. I love motivational books. I love self-care books. I love books that can help me become a better me. And it helps me. Like, it really does. Like, I can say, like, over the past 2-3 years, like, since I've been reading books and things like that, man, I've learned so much. And not even just that, like YouTube, like, I damn near got a degree in YouTube University because I'm always on YouTube looking at all these great things. Like, that's all I do. Like, I don't really watch TV. I read books and watch YouTube videos. And a lot of people, like, right now, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not doing that. But I promise you, once you start again, like, I guess, like, start shifting your mindset, start hanging around, like, different people and things like that, like, educating yourself, it doesn't seem like a job anymore. It's actually pretty fun. Like, you actually, like, what can you learn next? What can you learn from this person? What can you do? Like, stuff like that actually becomes exciting to you. Like, it's been times, like, me and my friend, like, we'll go to a bar, or we'll go here, or we'll go to a restaurant, and we literally just get to talking, and we're like, oh snap, like, yeah, I was reading. Like, we just get to start kind of putting each other on game. That's investing in yourself. Like, we're investing, well, that's investing into each other, and, like, kind of telling each other's game and stuff like that. But yeah, man, you just gotta really, like, sit down, and you gotta really want it. Like, people really think everything is a shortcut in life. Like, for me, like, I'm in tech. Like, everyone feel like, or everyone that doesn't really know me, and they see me on social media, they see me on Twitter, Instagram, and they talk about, like, these high salaries I receive from these jobs, they don't realize I've been studying, I've been teaching myself, I've been staying up late night since I was 18. I'm 25 now. So I've literally been doing this for 7 years. Like, I've constantly teaching myself, I'm constantly up late at night trying to learn new skills, I'm constantly doing stuff. Like, I'm going to all these network events, I'm going to see cybersecurity conferences, I'm going to, I'm creating this content on social media regarding tech. Like, I'm always doing something to better myself, and people don't really understand that. Like, me spending probably $300-400 on a certification, me spending $1,000-2,000 on this training, because I'm investing myself to make myself better and make myself a hot commodity. And that's literally what you have to do. Like, when people are like, hey, I have $400, what I need to go do? First off, you need to learn financial literacy. Go buy a book that teaches you financial literacy. As a matter of fact, I got a book for you guys. Where is it? Sorry about that. So, this book right here, can you see it? Generational Wealth, Beginner's Business and Investing Guide by LaFoy Orlando Thomas III Esquire, 3rd edition. I will link the link in this. This book is about $15, $12 to $15, and I promise you, you will learn so much about investing and just the basics of everything, man. Teaching you how to buy a house, teaching you about bond rates, investing in real estate, pretty much teaching you about economics, marketing, like how to actually, like, build a business, how to set up an LLC, like how to invest into the stock market. This book right here has everything about it. That's just pretty much when I say invest in yourself. And pretty much for me, and kind of going back to that, like, I feel like I'm not gonna say I feel like I know everything that has to do with finance, but I'm pretty well informed when it comes to financial literacy and things like that. And yet, I'm still buying, like, financial literacy courses, and I'm still buying stuff like that, because at the end of the day, there's something that I don't really know. Like, for instance, I'm not really that good in crypto. I understand it, I know what it is, but I just don't know everything about it. It's just like missing pieces. I bought that course. Great things. I buy courses, like me personally, I buy courses all the time because I know there's some things that I don't really know. And that's okay. I understand that. And I know a lot of people, and don't get me wrong, there are a lot of shit courses. So you know, sometimes it's trial and error. We're not saying invest in yourself, you know, but yeah, bro, it's investing in yourself is probably it's really important. Like you really have to sit there and invest in yourself, buy books, buy courses, learn new skills, your health, work out. People don't realize working out and your health plays an important role in your entrepreneurship journeys or your 9 to 5 journeys, whatever the case may be. It really helps you. It helps you make clear decisions. It makes you more alert. It makes you, you know, it gives you more energy. It really does a lot. And I know when I started by working out at a point in time, I really noticed like it was a big change in like how I performed when it came to like making decisions, like how I was alert, how I was able to just kind of stay up and just really get things done. Like that really did help me as well too. But I'm coming to the end of my video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I guess, you know, I plan on making videos like this every week, at least once a week. So yeah, you know, I really hope you guys enjoyed everything that I do. And yeah.